YouTube, this is Clormo from Clormo Industries Music Group with part number 9 of the Logic Pro X tutorial series on making sample beats. And in this part I'm just gonna make a beat from start to finish, recapping every other video tutorial that's up now in the series. A few clarifications that I'm gonna make before I start is that one, I'm gonna keep it very simple. I'm not gonna go crazy, because this is just gonna be a recap, and also I'm not gonna give details on everything. If I stop to give any details at all, it will be about something that I feel was not covered or not detailed enough in the separate videos, right? So keep that in mind. I'm gonna try to keep my comments to a minimum. And last but not least, I will put a link in the description with the project itself as it is at the start. So when you watch the video, if you want to just duplicate what I did, you can download that file. Please like the video first before doing so, and take the file, you open up the project, and then you keep up with me and just repeat what I did just to use it for practice. Obviously that's if you have Logic Pro X. If you are for any reason watching this and you have another program, it should help you too, but obviously the project from Logic Pro will not help you. So let's go right in and let's play this song here, for which I'm gonna get a sample from. So I first want to get the tempo, so we'll strip this silence off, and I think I can get the tempo in the first few snares. Yep. Pay attention to the snares. So that seems to be the tempo of the whole song. Let's skip, gonna play it a little bit forward. And I have heard this song before. I pretty much have an idea of what I want to get, but I just want you guys to hear a little bit more of it. I'm just skipping a little bit just so just the other portion that I'm gonna get is from somewhere over here. Yep, that's the one. So don't worry, when you download the project, you can hear the whole song, and later on I will probably post another comment telling where the sample is from if you haven't heard it before. So first thing I'm gonna get, that portion there loops perfectly, so I'm just gonna split by locators. If you notice, this track has a pitch effect, so is this track. which I call sampler because I'm gonna put my sample there. I'm gonna make, what I'm gonna do is do an 8 bar loop, and then do some chops probably in one of the sections, and see if I can make two versions of the same beat. Well, I'm not gonna deal with too much with the drums. I'm gonna leave the drums the same for both versions. But so I have that, and the other portion that I want, it's all the way over here. Not sure if that's exactly it. No, it's right here. That might not be at the same tempo. It's just slightly off. I think it starts there. I'm gonna take that all the way to here. Now I'm gonna perfect. All right. So it was still the same tempo. It's just that with the change up here, lost a little bit the beat, but that's why it's important, like I've said in the other videos, to make sure that you train your ear with the drum patterns, if you have them in the sample or any other instrument that you can hear a pattern on. So what I want to do, I want to try something first. Let me copy this. Let's put it down the middle. Of course, I have to mute this one. Sounds alright. The reason I muted this track is because that's the original song. I took what I wanted. I don't need it anymore. I think I'm gonna keep this though. So, one more listen. That doesn't sound bad. So what have I done here? Recapping, I found the tempo of a song and extracted a sample. And now I don't want to work in this tempo. I could. I already have a few ideas how to do it. I already have the snares in the actual sample if I want to be lazy or just to lay out some ideas on it. But I wanna bring it down a bit. So what I'm gonna do is just flex time this track here. Now I'm gonna bring it to, let's try 97. Yeah, like that. Now, that snare there, what do I do about it? Let's try some EQ, see if I can. If I really want to get rid of it, of that snare, I can mask it a little bit. With this. But it's not gonna be perfect, so, and I don't wanna. I certainly like that sound better, so I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna leave the EQ of the sample itself like that. Maybe bring it up here a little bit. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And what I'm gonna do is the following. I'm gonna get the snare out of here with some chopping. Yeah. See how that works. Alright, so if I chop those snares out a little bit, I should get rid of the problem. Well, it's not a problem. And the best way to deal with this would be to add some fades here instead of just going abruptly out of the snare. But when I program the drums over it, it won't really matter. But this is just to give you something to work with that I didn't show you in any of the other videos. Okay. Sometimes it's worth it to do this, you know, so that you can appreciate how difficult it can be. But if the end result sounds good, you know, that's really what you want. I'm just gonna take this to the side because I don't want it to be confusing. You notice that one, when I'm trying to get the snare, seems to be just a tad off, so I'm gonna turn on the flex again and deal with it. Wasn't much. These things happen, you know. Yeah, I'd be thinking, wow, that probably, I'm not gonna do all that. Well, you really didn't have to. It's just that if I'm taking the time to do the video, I'm just gonna try to make it worth it. Okay? Guess my chops were better in this area than in this area, but that's fine. Now let's start with the drums now. And again, everything's gonna be loaded up in the project file, so you don't need to worry about not knowing what I'm doing. But if you're interested, it's an ultra beat drum kit, hip hop heavy kit. Okay, this is just stock Logic stuff, so I'm gonna use that close hi-hat. I'm gonna put that there, put the snare, kick stays there, turn it on. Just doing some pre-mixing at the same time. I'm not gonna go super crazy either with the drum pattern. A lot of repetition here, probably 2 bars, and just let it rip, okay? Of course, I was not there. That unfortunately, all of that I will have to add the fades, and I don't want to do that here. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep it with the... What a waste of time. So my original masking here, or attempt at masking. This snare has a little bit more power. I think that's good enough for now. I'm gonna bring that in here, turn off, and no. First thing I want to do is separate this by MIDI pitch. And I don't think I stressed this in the Ultra Beat video, but these are all tied together. So if I mute one, all of them are muted. They're like they're not really separate tracks. So I do that just to get everything separated, and then what I do is copy the original one a few times. And this time will have to be 4 times. Now I take my MIDI regions, put them there, and now they're separate. Also try to always name your tracks. Just repeated them just in case you want to add some variation separately later, but I'm not gonna do that here, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, let's hear that again. Well, what I can do is, or what I'll do is I'll add that open hi-hat. Well, that one, I'll open that at the very end. There you go. Also, this, I don't think I mentioned it in previous videos, collapse mode will just, as the word says, collapse to the notes that you are actually using. So it's a good way to save time. Now I'm gonna EQ, add some EQ to each of them. I like the sound of that one. Just gonna copy just to keep it going. For the hats, I'll just do the Brighton hi-hat. We'll add some overdrive to the kick. Just a little bit. A good thing is I'm not clipping even all the stuff that I just did. So, quick recap. Found the tempo of the song, took some samples, put some EQ on it, made some ultra beat drum patterns, put some EQing on them, some basic panning inside ultra beat itself. And now I want to, first I'm gonna copy this guy. I'm not sure how good of a bass line we have. Let me turn on my keyboard. I don't know how good of a bass line we have in this sample. Well, let's find out. And then this guy here is just an ESM. And what I want to do is see what kind of a bass line we have here to recreate, right, and try to transpose it here. Hopefully that doesn't take too much time. Let's see if that's... For that I need to recall the default, and if you were paying attention, I just filter it, all the highs completely. Use my shelving. I can hear the bass line. Okay, I can hear it. Obviously I need to be at my bass instrument. I think that's how it sounds like. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try to record that. Probably a different octave. Well, I have to fine tune it a little bit because of the pitching that I have in the sample, but let's try that again. I've been having this problem with the MIDI. For some reason it's giving me that problem, and then I don't get any output. I swear I didn't want this to happen now. It's happening again. I just hate that, man. You heard me playing it and it did work, and if I and it works there, but it doesn't. Well, I don't know why that's happening, but really don't. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be clipping a little bit. Let's keep the sample baseline then, because for some reason the MIDI one's not working, and since I'm clipping, I'm just gonna take all of the tracks, bring it down by, let's say there too. Let's try that. bass has to be compressed a little bit, but sorry about that. Gonna add some small reverb here on the sample. Just whatever Space Designer default I can find. Small sax ridge. Wow, that was good. Sounds good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add a chord trigger here, and I'm not gonna use my I'm afraid to use my keyboard because yeah, it's not. It's making sound there, but it's not. That's so weird. Anyway, I put a chord trigger here. We didn't deal with any chord progressions or any of that because if you're making a sample beat, there's a high chance that you're not gonna add too many elements if you find the perfect sample that has enough instruments on it that you don't need more. But I just wanted to add some of this. What I'm gonna do is just copy my failed bass line. That's kind of out of tune, but it's working. That MIDI information is working because I didn't use my keyboard, which I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off. I'll turn it off. I'm gonna go with the piano roll. So with the chord trigger, which I haven't used before, right, in my other videos, you basically are gonna play different chords based on a root note without you having to play the chords themselves. The only problem is that right now, up until this version of Logic, you don't really get that chord information recorded in the MIDI, but that's all right. You can learn by watching the actual chord trigger window. So what I'm gonna do is just, let's see, just do octave. Well, perfect fit. I think my perfect fourth maybe might help or might work. That's just a lazy way, right? Hey, it doesn't sound good. It's out of tune. I don't think I pressed the right notes because I should have used a higher octave when I was doing my bass line to make sure that I hit the right notes and then transpose that. But let's just keep it moving. I'm pretty much done with that. Now what I'm gonna do is attempt. Let's just check one thing first. I'm not clipping, which is good, right? Maybe I should put a little bit of a delay here, of a tape delay. Alright, it's pretty much. Let me check my notes real quick. So yeah, we have a drum pattern. We transposed the bass line, which failed for some reason. Put some basic effects. We're pretty much done. We pretty much covered everything now. But now I'm gonna chop this guy and try to make a small chopped 2-bar loop inside the same beat and give it a different feeling. Okay, let's try that. ISO in. Let's just chop every 8 notes and forget about it. And I apologize again, but I did say that I was gonna, try to keep it moving and not give too much detail or anything. And even like that, I feel like I've been here for an hour already. So it's gonna be a long video. We're just gonna tie up everything that we have discussed so far, so no complaints. Alright, so now I'm gonna mute the sample. I have to tune this guy the same way I pitched shift the tracks. That's what I did there. This is pitch shifter. I did the same thing here with the tuner. So in theory, because I'm not gonna use my keyboard because I don't know if it's gonna act up, right? I'm just gonna play it by ear. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make sure my polyphony is set at 1, which it already was. That's weird. Probably that's because I have named so many things. I have named chops already that. Let's try something crazy here, okay? to be. Not bad, right? Yeah, no, I don't want to use the snare parts. Yep. Instead, I'm gonna invert it. And I'm gonna quantize everything to 1/16. And let's take one last listen to all of this. Now with the chopped version. No, that didn't. This didn't work. That little guy there. Perhaps right there might work. Let's try it again. That worked better. So don't let anyone tell you that you need a keyboard or an Akai MPC or NPD26 pad to be able to do some chops and put something together. If you're not lazy, although I have been a little bit lazy here, you can put something together. Here you go, I just showed you. So apparently I'm not clipping according to my master fader, but still I'm gonna take everything down one more notch, perhaps maybe two. And now you can barely hear it, right? I'm gonna bring the output and just put my if I'm happy with that, last but not least, I already explained this in the mastering tutorial, so make sure that these are your settings, and when you hit OK, you will have your wave file mix of the track, right? And if you wanted to just export all tracks as audio files, you would select File, Export all tracks as audio files, and it will retain, I'm pretty sure it will use the settings that you have when you're trying to do a normal bounce, full format of the whole full format mix bounce. So that would be the equivalent of getting your tracked out file. You hear that a lot with people that sell beats online. You know, I'll sell you an exclusive license or exclusive rights with a tracked out beat. So that's what it means, at least in Logic, right? So that's it. I created a sample beat from start to finish. I apologize if I was a little bit vague, but that's not to defeat the purpose of the other previous videos, you know, that you can certainly watch separately and watch the ones that are where you need most help or most more practice, right? So this was just to bring everything together and try to make it easily visible that the workflow that I used here, it's pretty much how I structured the beat series, right? From video number 1 to video number part number 8, I should say. It's pretty much what I did here. I did skip a little bit here and there because I'm used to try to tweak and the mixing portions a little bit as I'm working, so I don't have to go in, at the end start fresh, you know. When if I have something in mind already, I try to do it as I go on the fly. Okay, so with that, I am closing the sample beat tutorial series, my first tutorial series. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, comment or dislike if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with new stuff that's coming. I'm gonna be putting other series in the future. I think I have an idea what series I want to do next, but won't mention anything here just in case I change my mind. And also I intend to do in the next few months a few new things, you know, maybe 2 videos per week on quick tips, as I want to call them, you know, something that if I see a lot of questions off on the comments or through social media, email, or whatever, or just searching through the net, if I see something that's a recurring topic from Logic Pro X that gives problems, I will just make a quick tip video, try to make it as short as possible, 6 to 10 minutes if I can, and that will probably be 2 times a week. I'll start it once a week and then try to do it 2 times a week, and also we'll be putting videos in life stuff, you know, stuff that's not related exactly to music, like how to build your own brand, stuff like that, you know, just stuff that people ask that are afraid to ask, or are afraid to do by themselves, and maybe they want an opinion from somebody that did it by himself and is just trying to scam you, right? They haven't asked you for any money in any of these videos. So anyway, in closing, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You know where to find me in social media, through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, SoundCloud, Instagram, my email, clormoindustries@gmail.com, and my webpage, www.clormoindustries.com. Thank very much to everybody that has given me feedback through social media, that has subscribed recently, that have liked my videos and my posts in other areas. I appreciate it a lot. keep supporting. I will keep giving you stuff so you can keep liking and doing all that stuff and sharing and spreading the word. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna leave you for now. See you in whatever comes next, which I'm not sure what's gonna be, but I'll see you then. Peace out, YouTube.